So maybe everyone's already got over their excitement over EVO and the announcements, but as someone who lives in England and couldn't stay up all night, I've actually only just finished watching the parts of EVO I'm most interested in, those being Tekken 7 and Soul Calibur, which, by the way, both tournaments were absolutely incredible. Soul Calibur did such a good job of like making it just look like an amazing game. I already knew that I wanted to play the game, but to be able to confirm that the game is that much fun to watch in a tournament setting, even while we don't understand all of the mechanics in the game and we don't know all of the moves or optimal combos, etc, etc, it was really, really good to see. So yeah, Soul Calibur has a great top 8, and there's already some really cool narratives building there, and they've released 2 character trailers, and then you have Tekken, which was crazy, with Lil Margin becoming the highest placing American in any EVO for Tekken 7 in any of its versions. Low-High taking only his like second major, I think, in terms of like a international one, being EVO 2018, which was his first EVO. Absolutely amazing. Grand Finals versus Kudans, bracket reset, but Low-High still takes it from winners. It was just like, it was so good. And then afterwards, Harada and Michael Murray get up on stage and they do this whole, you know, they've got their "Don't Ask Me for Shit" t-shirts on, and they're doing this whole, like, they're playing it up as if they're going to be like, oh, you know, do the sentimental thing, but they've got nothing to show us. And then, as it turns out, the much awaited Season 2 Season Pass is announced. And I think it's fair to say that the vast majority of us were pretty blown out of the water by what we saw. So Season 1 has Tekken Bowling with no online mode and only 2 characters. Even though they're both guest characters, still only 2 characters. And honestly, that was, I thought, probably 3 characters maximum for Season 2. I would have been happy with it. Obviously, a lot of people have been feeling pretty negative about Bandai Namco's efforts. I'm not saying I necessarily agree with it, but you have to kind of tip your hat off to them at this point, because they kind of given us this impression that maybe nothing's coming, and if something is coming, it wasn't going to be like this. Anyway, 6 new characters are coming, and 3 of them have been announced. Lei, Anna, and Negan from The Walking Dead. I'm actually going to have to go back and watch The Walking Dead now, because I stopped after, I think, like a couple of episodes into Season 4. You know, I was enjoying the show and everything, but it was just one of those things. I ended up going and doing other things, and so I actually have no idea who the guy is. But I've been told by people that there's reason to be excited about it, that he's a really cool character, villain, and basically he walks around with a bat wrapped in barbed wire or something like that, so looking forward to it. For those of you who didn't see the beginning part of the trailer in detail, or for those of you who haven't gone back and watched it in slow motion, or for those of you who have just seen the trailer and didn't watch the stream and hear what Harada and Michael Murray had to say afterwards, basically, even more than what I thought could happen for Season 2 is happening. I made a video before about how Michael Murray teased that he would like to see balance patches. It looks like that's definitely happening. In fact, they basically confirmed that. As well as balance patches, there are new moves. You can see new moves in the trailer. Gigas has a new beefy while standing, an extension off of his while standing 13 frame Punisher. Claudio has a new extension off of his back 4 that screws. Geese's back 2 that has the wall bounce animation that hasn't really ended up being used at a high level, let's say. The unique wall bounce that his back 2 had is now been added to a bunch of moves. Maybe every character will have that, we don't know yet. So there's a lot of exciting stuff. So there's new mechanics, new moves. Moves are literally being added to the game. Balance patch, balance changes. So the whole tier list could look completely different when all of this drops, as well as the fact that we're getting these new characters that could change up the meta. So it's all very exciting. So all of this has happened. I want to talk about Soul Calibur. I want to talk about Tekken. There's all of these announcements. There's all of these things that I could do, and I don't have any time. It's already night time here. So I wanted to just quickly make this so where I could like share how excited I am, share the things I'm excited about. One thing some people may have missed, that they essentially confirmed after the trailer played, Michael Murray translated what Harada said, and he basically said we still have people to announce. There's still obviously only 3 of the 6 characters coming have been announced. There's still some to announce, so essentially keep an eye out because your main might be coming back, which essentially confirms that at least one of the 3 more characters who still need to be revealed is another returning character, as well as Anna and Lei, who are probably the 2 most requested legacy characters that people wanted to come back. But yeah, I mean, now it's possible that we get Julia, Marduk, Armor King, any of those guys. So what I'll probably do is take the beginning part of that trailer, slow bits down, and break down tomorrow the new moves, the new mechanics, how I feel about them, what the new moves are going to do. Tomorrow I'll probably take that and do that, and then after that I'll figure out what I'm going to do to talk about Soul Calibur 6. I really want to talk about the narratives that were built between some of the top players already before the game's release, so that people can get excited about watching the tournaments when it comes out, because there's already some very clear rivalries and narratives being built there, and it's very interesting. So I guess that's it for me, basically. Just wanted to let you all know I am still alive. I did watch Evo, I really enjoyed it, just like everyone, and I'll be covering some of the things that happened there over the next few days. So I'll see you all soon, guys.